In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on May 5th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. New York Mets versus Philadelphia Phillies. The New York Mets will be trying to pick up their 8th consecutive series win when they face the Philadelphia Phillies in the first game of their 4-game weekend series on Thursday night. New York is 6-2 in their last 8 division games and 5-1 in their last 6 series opening games, while the under is 3-1 in their last 5 games as a road underdog. Philadelphia is 4-1 in their last 5 games as a home favorite and 2-7 in their last 9 division games, while the over is 5-0 in their last 5 home games. The Mets have won 4 of their last 6 games and 6 of their last 8 road games. They have been on a roll offensively, especially on the road, where they are averaging close to 5 runs per game. They've done a great job against right-handers, with a .268 batting average against them. For his part, Nola has done a good job on the mound except when he faced the Mets, giving up 6 runs in 2 starts against them this season. His bullpen also hasn't done him any favors, ranking near the bottom of the league, so expect the Mets to play well offensively once again. The Phillies have lost 2 of their last 3 games, but they played well offensively, scoring 14 runs in those games. But they haven't hit the ball as well against right-handers. Even though Walker hasn't picked up a win this season, he gave up 2 hits and no runs in 2 starts against the Phillies and has given up only 6 runs in his last 5 starts against them. So expect him to keep Philadelphia's offense in check. I get why the Phillies would be favored here, as Philadelphia will normally get the name brand respect. However, while we have to see if it's sustainable in the later months, the Mets have been the best team in the National League East so far this season, and Nola's had issues against the Mets this season. I'm not overly sold on Taijuan Walker yet, but the early signs are good, and I think that he can keep the Mets in it and for the Mets bats to do their thing and take care of business today. So the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. I am looking for the pitching to be ahead of the hitting in this game. I am leaning on Nola to be really strong against the Mets again on Thursday, and that is going to bring down the scoring overall. The Phillies lineup has the potential to produce lots of offense, but they have yet to unlock it, and this is not going to be the game to do it. The Mets are averaging 4.58 runs per game and 4.69 runs per game on the road. They averaged 4.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Phillies, with Philadelphia giving up 3.31 runs per game at home. The Mets will be held under their average in this game. The Phillies are averaging 4.61 runs per game and 4.92 runs per game at home. They averaged 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Mets. With the Mets giving up 3.31 runs per game on the road, the Phillies won't score enough runs to push the score over. The Mets and Phillies played under the total in 3 of their last 5 meetings. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Baltimore Orioles. We will have some American League Baseball on Thursday evening, as the Minnesota Twins will take on the Baltimore Orioles in the final game of this 4-game set. The Twins will have right-hander Chris Archer on the mound, and he is coming off a no decision against the Tampa Bay Rays, as he went 4 innings and allowed 1 run on 2 hits with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. The Orioles are sending righty Spencer Watkins to pitch here, as he is coming off a no decision, as he went 4.2 innings and gave up 1 run on 5 hits with a hit by pitch, a walk, and 3 strikeouts against the Boston Red Sox. The Minnesota Twins are on fire right now and are being overlooked because of the run the New York Yankees are on. However, they are arguably the best team in the last few weeks, and that means they should be able to dominate. Offensively, Max Kepler has a 1.093 OPS in the last 13 games and should continue to put fear in the opposing pitcher. The Twins are 37-16 in their last 53 games against the Orioles. Baltimore has a brutal .577 OPS at home this season, which is 27th in the sport. I see the Minnesota Twins coming into this one and getting the job done in the final game of the series. They are on a roll right now, and these Baltimore Orioles won't be able to slow them down. The Twins will find success on the offensive side of the field and take down the Orioles in this game. So the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. The Minnesota Twins will have success at the plate in this game, but the Orioles will not. Baltimore is currently scoring the 29th least amount of runs per game. They aren't generating many hits and they also have very little power. The Orioles have the 26th lowest overall team batting average and are only hitting .47 home runs per game, which is the lowest average in the MLB. Minnesota will have Chris Archer on the mound. He hasn't seen a ton of action this season, but I believe he has what it takes to shut down this poor Orioles offense. He has a 2.93 ERA and will be looking to cut down on his walks. The Minnesota defense is also very solid behind him, as they are allowing the 5th least amount of runs per game. The Twins will do everything they can to score on the offensive side of the field, but Baltimore won't score enough runs to push this total. They only combined for 3 runs in the first game of the series and 9 in the second. The Orioles have one of the weakest offenses in the league, and I don't see them scoring enough runs to push this total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Rays versus Seattle Mariners. The Tampa Bay Rays and the Seattle Mariners meet Thursday in MLB action from T-Mobile Park. Tampa Bay is coming off a series versus the Athletics. The Rays took the first 2 installments in that set. Then in Game 3 Wednesday, Tampa posted a shutout win. As for Seattle, they just played Houston. The Mariners lost the first 2 in their series, and in the Wednesday finale, Seattle fell by 5 runs. After getting swept by the Astros, the Mariners get to head back to Seattle for a series against the Rays. Tampa will have to face their namesake in Robbie Ray. He was one of the biggest acquisitions of the offseason as the Mariners were out to prove they're dedicated to making the postseason this year. Ray is an absolute stud. His record may not show it, but he's pitched well this season. The lefty lasted at least 6 innings in his first 4 starts, although his most recent outing was only 5 innings. He recorded 8 strikeouts in that start. He'll get to face a Rays lineup that has been very streaky this season, having to rely solely on Wander Franco far too often. It should also help the Mariners that Ray is very familiar with Tampa's lineup, having pitched for the Blue Jays in the American League East. He knows Randy Arozarena and Brandon Lowe all too well. That should be to his benefit as they are batting .118 and .143 against him, respectively. He should be able to shut down the Rays bats and the Mariners can produce the run support behind him. He wasn't Seattle's only offseason acquisition. They also made great improvements to their lineup with Adam Frazier and Jesse Winker. They won't have the easiest matchup facing Shane McClanahan, but along with Ty France, Seattle's lineup can hit the lefty. McClanahan hasn't been able to consistently last deep into games. That could cause issues for Tampa as they used quite a bit of bullpen arms in their series with the Athletics, specifically Game 2. Now having to travel up from Oakland, expect the Ray of the Mariners to help take down the Rays of Tampa, so the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. The duel of lefties on the mound is the most obvious reason for this low total. These 2 aces may not be leading the league with the lowest ERA, but they've proven to have great stuff. McClanahan just struck out 11 hitters in his last outing and now gets to pitch in one of the best pitchers' parks in the league. T-Mobile Park ranks 29th for extra base hits and dead last for runs. That's great news for Robbie Ray as well, as he had his best strikeout performance in his last start with 8. While it wasn't in Seattle, these teams have faced off already this season. The last 2 games of that series both went under, ending with totals of 5 and 3. Neither McClanahan nor Ray pitched in those matchups, yet the totals were still that low. Now with the aces on the mound in a pitcher-friendly ballpark, expect a low-scoring matchup. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.